Well, finishing out his front time for 4 Belgium, just under 9 start at 17C, miles there around. They see themselves at 1 more, and Shadow, by the head by the race of 15, to Henry Fonzo for Italy. They're just coming to the winner step up the corner, jump in, up the step, get themselves straight for the corner, and no problems there. Just started now for Germany, and second the German riders. It's Pia Sophie Schreiber with Biermann and CCT, 32.9 dressage, 130th place in the individual scores. Out over the first, just coming to the second is House.
Nice. What a lovely baby
House over that, and disappears and view to the table at 3. Tina.
Ja, vi har alltså släppt ut Pia Sofia som alltså, andra ryttare för det tyska laget. Pia Sofia Schreiber on the horse Lima. And this pair was second in last year's European Championship.
So we have 3 out on course, so right towards the end of the course, as Tara Moore from the British here from the Shadow, there by the BNSC's fence, the BP, before they come back for the rails on the mound, but to our right hand side of the left, the arena rolls down as well, Sahami Honda from Italy, and Global Garbo goal, here there, they disappear from the arena. To the rails and skis, 13A, B and C. Pia Schreiber and Kleiner for very shortly here they're coming to view. The directors at 13 for Johanna Alfonso and Global Garden Gold. They're over to Cigar now, move on to the front side of the lake at 15 and across the drive to the house for the first time. Start will be shortly. The green colours of Ireland once again. Ireland's second team member. This is Katie Gibbons, rides Bickham Greek Spirit, 31.4 dressage, 34.4 dressage. These labels. Coming in 43rd place in the individual placings.
Alldeles strax står vi på banan 18-åriga Katie Gibbons från Irland som här rider hösten Newton Free Spirit.
Well, the grooms of Bickham Free Spirit managed to get Happy Shamrocks on Bickham Free Spirit's hindquarters. Of course, the whole team behind these competitors, grooms, trainers, owners, all here to support. These horses are absolutely adored and live the life of riding, so to speak. So, as I said, welfare really paramount in the sport.
European Championship, the horse thinks this is no big deal.
Well, just coming to the final fence is Gianni Monzo for Italy and Global Germany goal. Here they come, finishing strongly. We just come to this final roll top. A lovely pop there, and a huge cheer from Team Italy.
Då hade vi haft en roll på italienska nationalnationen så innan inspel och tiden.
Well, here in the arena just below us is Pia Sophie Schreiber with Feynman over the fence 12. The arena roll top moves on to the rails for walking skinny at 30 ABS. Let's have a look at going through that. They just come out of the arena. It's this parallel rails. And then they're through the water. Very quickly after the water. They're not judged for going into the water. Very quickly after that, it's these two skinnies. The first skinny jump. And the second, so the director there wastes no time as they move on to the cigar fence of 14. Trying to go, it's easy to get. They're covering quickly over that ground. Next to go. We'll do 218 for France. This is Tiffany Dupont with director Arjane. 30.2 their dressage on 16th place in the individual rankings after the dressage.
Lagdesignern på Tyskland presenteras när har passerat mängden nummer 15 och det är ju hästarna i först.
Han gjorde för att vara så här lite friare på armen.
For Ireland with Mifflin Free Spirit. They just come behind us on the far side of the lake house, and they'll come to this upright sort of fancy fence before they turn left-handed. Lovely jump there, just left-handed to the windmill. It was a slight challenge for a horse to jump into the dark. It's a sort of canopy fence, so you'll see sometimes horses just duck their head, although the canopy is way from their head, so they just duck because they don't know. But very neatly do that, and then take the corner very quickly, so they move on now towards the parallel rails at 9. Nice simple let-up fence, and when you attack that fence, it does. We've got down the hill towards the long and the ship.
Europeiska mästerskap, inte tillsammans, och man har snart när man riktade tidigare. Så att rittarinnan har ju själv tid. Hästen fick inte det här slås alls.
Well, Tiffany Dupont for France and Arjane. With the point of going to reappear through the trees. They're out by 3 and 4 at the moment. Back up the hill towards us and the shading stores. The arena rolls off now. Katie Gibbons for Ireland with Mifflin Free Spirit. Just about to finish now. The whistle has gone, so they are over the lines. It is the Sophie Schreiber for Germany. 17 riders home for them. Well, Tiffany Dupont to appear and by the Prince Rails. They've had some success. They were 6th in the International Senior this year, and got a win at the Grand National Angers this year as well. The European Championship 3 times. So a lot of experience with the rider. Here they come now towards the King's Rails at 5. Throughout, of course, being given for Ireland, so just a good way to the top. Now towards the 2 hedge. For today, Guillaume Blanc, just the lowest, away from him.
Och vi har Katie Gibbons från Irland ute på banan. Hon har precis kommit fram till hinder nummer 16. Och hinder nummer 16 det är bod och spetsare i parken i slottet.
Well, let's just have a look at Tiffany Dupont for France and the Gaillette come through this windmill and gets the corner in fine style. That's how you jump that fence and then move on to the parallel rails at 9. Ricardo Fernandez and Matamoros Martin for Spain. Underway, 37.2, they're just 161st place in the individual placing. Team Spain, now will be 9th place. They're away, they will be first and second. Got second now, appeared to argue. Coming now for this logo with Dick Sheena, it's shifting good from France. Just can't see them approach there, there's a tree in the way. Then it comes this massive dip from long, and they make it look so easy.
Ja, franska sitter nu oerhört på varje grundbanan ännu så länge, så det är fantastiskt ut i banan. Det är det som kommer ut, så att vi börjar med.
Great jump over the shaded store, so they'll join us now in the arena for the run of 12. Here begins for Ireland, and Richmond Free Spirit. The cheer goes up from the Irish for their second team member, safely home. Great support for all these riders, so good to see.
The time for Katie Gibbons is 7:17.
Well, a reminder that this national time is just 7 minutes and 27 seconds, 10 seconds under the ultimate time. Ricardo Fernandez with Matamoros Martin out by 25. Will be very short if they're there through the trees.
Ja, vi har ju alltså sett ut spanska Ricardo Spanien alltså, och de har passerat till och med linje nummer 5 utan problem.
He comes now over the cruiser's rails, he's not going to hit the 6 and bin. Next to go, individual rider for Italy, this is Carola Caravelli, and Jockey for Pure Quality, score 9.9, the Dutch Stoke in the individuals.
Ricardo is only 16 years old, but has already done the European Championship on the pole.
Det är bara att vissla lite då.
Tiffany Villaton for France and Gaët. Dargenet out by the table to the corner at 16A and B. Gets up the head by the leg. And a lot of fears out and leading the box goes Carola Caravelli for Italy. Over the first. Moving on to the house at 2. 31 obstacles out on course. At the first under their belt as they move on to the second. Ricardo Fernandez, Matamoros and Mata is just heading out now towards Paddle Rail at 9.
Vi har också Ricardo Fernandez, Matamoros Martin ute på banan och har passerat till med inne med 10 utan inrapporterade investeringar.
Well, just putting the finishing touches to their scores, Tiffany Villaton for France and Gaët Dargenet comes to the final fence. It's roll top in the arena, lovely jump there, a cheer from the supporters of Team France. Now coming to the 12th, the other arena, the roll top fence is Ricardo Fernandez, Moros Martin.
The time for this is 7:20.
Look at this Spanish rider go through this rails into the water, not go to the water. Very quickly after that comes this first skidding. They get that and jump the second skidding in fine style. Then they move on now to the cigar fence at 14. Before they cross the drive for the first time. Goes ahead by the left.
Ja, vi såg alltså Ricardo på ett elegant sätt ta sig igenom vattenlivet till 16 år.
Ridgway rides Emerald Katie. Very good dressage score for this combination. Putting in 6th place in the individual placings after the dressage, 27.9 sub 30 dressage. Corolla Caravelli out on course, so she's outside the orange fence. I think Mr. Griffin was gone, so she's probably behind the lake house. Yes, she's changed that on the fence now. You've got a third place in the C-Star Western. Last year, 13th place in the C-Star Shores at Cranberg this year, 9th place last year in the C-Star Shores at PJ. Just through the window and the corner is Laura Caravelli. Over the final rail goes to the long over the 10, Ridgway and Emerald Katie. Well, just about up here in the arena for the last fence is Ricardo Fernandez with Manaros Martin. Here he comes to put the final touches to his round, heading out over the arena World Cup the other direction is Aurora Caravelli for Italy, who's jockey for pure quality. Ricardo Fernandez, they've completed, you get their time as soon as you can, and as soon as it's confirmed.
Vi får riksdagsmötet här inne på arenan igen då. Vi hade Carola för Italien som hade huvudet här inne på arenan. Och så hade vi samtidigt någon Fernandez nästa mål. Vi har
So we have 2 hours on course, Corolla Caravelli for Italy. She's out over the cigar fence, just crosses the drive for the first time down onto the hedge by the lake. And Annabelle Ridgway and Emerald Katie, she's just approaching these hedges at 6A and B. Just have a watch of her go through there. Rides on 2 sides, 1, 2, lovely jump over the second. So she moves on to the ornate fence at 7. And just below it's number 203. Steve Boone for Belgium, individual rider. Rides up the York, Governor, Hastings. 35.2 the dressage. Away he goes to the first. He's store up 1. Jumps that. Moves on to the house.
Engelska Annabelle Ridgway har alltså hoppat till och med nummer 7 utan inrapporterade hinderfel. Och vi har också Carola ute på banan Caravelli för Italien och Rockhold New Quality passerad. Eller framme vid hinder nummer 17 just nu och det är ju vattenhinder.
Well, no problem for Annabelle Ridgway and Emerald Katie through the wing will step up and to the corner as we want to the parallel rails. The supporters watching there. So move on now. It's long out towards this long over the pitch.
Ja, då har Carola Caravelli de sista hinder kvar till mål. Ingen rapporterade hinderserien ännu så länge för ekipaget. Kommer strax att få in de här på arenan och sista hindret. Så svårigheter kvar här bara innan. Till sista vattenhinder.
For Italy, we've got before a pure quality. Team and home. We've got 3 efforts left, and the first 2 of those efforts well fenced. And there's a house, concrete A and B, there's 3 of those. Just for the final fence, the whistle blows. And the whistle also blows for Annabelle Ridgway. She's not wasting any time as she jumps over the 12th. And now comes towards the 13th, the rails, water, and then the 2 skinnies. So they're not judged for going to the water. So we'll just watch them through that. So over these rails, into the water. First direct skinny. And out over the second skinny. So that's behind them, that's following behind them. As they move on to the much more simple cigar fence at 14. The Boon for Belgium and the Yacht for the Asinger. They're out by 6 and 2. Just jumped through the rails. And waiting down in the start, it's number 221 for France, our French individual rider. Valentin Lundin. Ride Camino Martini. 31.9 just after this combination, putting them in the 6th position in the individual placing. Emerald Katie out by the table to corner, then it's the hold on the wall for 1780 and 3 for Ben. And away goes Valentin Pilafra and Camina Maldini for France over the first. Valentin
Men du kan hoppa på kryckor i alla fall. Du behöver inte
last year as a young rider. Young rider
Ja, precis. Jag har ju också en sån för fler som är helt.
2-star long career this year and the 4th in the Rio last year. Well, certainly, Tina looks as though she hasn't been hanging around on course. And it looks as though she's gone clear. We just hear the whistle blow. She's just at the penultimate. That whistle was in fact the 203. She's Boon for Belgium and Joshua Insing. Here is Annabelle Ridgway for Great Britain and Emerald Katie over the last 2 complete. Rather beautiful British round of applause for her.
Yeah, the time is 7:25, so she stays on her good score of the dressage, 27.9.
And of course it's show jumping tomorrow.
Yeah, and all of us who have been here for lots of years, we know the show jumping here is easy.
For the dressage, cross country and the show jumping, now that it's easy. That really is fantastic achievement for these young riders and junior riders to be here. Well, next again is the green colours of Ireland once again, Irish individual, Susie Barrett, she rides 33.9, dressage, American, in 38th position. Lovely, deep right position. We've got a second place in the first nationals, Miss Garvin, a win in August 2025. On the just third event together. Bangladesh 2-star long, they were second in April of this year. And they've had other double clears and 2 stars long, numerous double clears. So lots of experience for this combination. His stable name is Quinn, and he apparently likes to dig holes and loves nothing. Whatever that means, I don't know.
Stridsbarn på väggen har precis hoppat med fin stil över bordet och fästen i parken. Och är framme vid linje nummer 18, alltså som ser genom vattnet också, utan problem.
So, easy back for Ireland. Outfield is fully underway. Over the first field, it disappears from our table at 3. Valentin Vilatra and Camino Marvini out by the parallel rails, and the long middle of the ditch is just over that now. They come up the hill towards the shading store. Green for Belgium. It's at some penultimate fence. Just take that second element there, the house. Now they're coming to the arena. Here they come. In the opposite direction. Vilatra from France jumps the 12th.
Ja, vi börjar bli vana med att blickarna möter er på arenan. Det är trevligt att se. Jag hade målgång då till Stockholm. Inga inrapporterade händelser sett i partet. Samtidigt då som Valentin Vilatra från Frankrike hoppade med det härliga hindret med häckpåvanföring.
So she's good. They've completed for Belgium. The Belgian rider home. This is outfield cooling towards the Tuesday's rails. The little rail just appear through these trees out in the far distance.
Time for
Medan ADHD är typ såhär tankar du har jättemycket energi som sin vatten.
Jumps back. Starts to go forward. Move on now towards this couple of hedges.
Alla som har ADHD har jättelite autism.
Waiting down at the start. 3, 4, Wilhelm Healy, Royal German, German Party. 7.5 just on German Dressage. 4th place. They can start the cross country. They will be very shortly.
Nu såg vi Izzy Barrett, elegant stil, Irland, men individuell ryttare, fullt stil, Julie hoppar över de här nedställda hästarna utan problem, frågade säsongerna.
So here is Izzy Barrett and Oakfield Cooley up to window to step up. And the corner, let's watch them through that. Let's see what this Arcos lets is jumping through a windmill. Probably haven't got too many of those now. They jump up, down, correct angle for the corner, and that's through that. The new one now to the parallel rails at 9, so just push the crosses forward. With the 300 shooting, passing underway, going to the second now, the house. The second place German Junior Championship this year in the CCI two-star long comes from Borken in Germany. He's had some other results. In the 4th place is Bernenberg this year on a horse. 6th place again on the horse this year. The two-star short. Second place is Wunster again in the two-star short last year. So it's essentially here.
Lucas Williams had a really good result after the dressage yesterday. 27.5 on the 4th place.
Now the whistle blows and encouraging cheer for Izzy Barrett. Oakfield Cooley as they come to the arena finish at 12. Valentin Vilatra and Camino Marvini. They completed for France.
And the time for Valentin is about 7:11. 7:11.
Just have a look at Izzy Barrett through this rails and skinny combination. Let's do the walk at the moment. So the first skinny approaches. We'll do that. That takes a check. After the second skinny, now moves on to the cigar fence. No problems with that. Aragona. But we understand that the question may be raised about whether they will in the flags. 6. The ground zero question. We're not sure whether that's A or B of the flag.
Ja, vi har alltså fått ett frågetecken på nummer 6, Izzy Barrett från Irland, och en flaggfråga, så det är vad vi vill titta på. Han blir ju alltså belastad med straff om sida av flaggan. Det är ganska komplicerade regler det där, så att det där brukar man titta lite extra på.
Coming at the start is second for Camille Weiss, from Sweden, from not Sweden, from Switzerland. He rides CSF high spec, number 39.1 dressage on Thursday. The Swiss individual rider. Well, he competed in the Young Riders in 2025, and the vice champion. However, I think he was second in the champion in 2026 in the Young Riders as well. We had a 9th place in Fergon this year in April, and in July we placed 12th in Orange in France. So that was the last week's bit after the European, the Association of Swiss Junior. And it says, there's a little bit of emotion. But we wish them the very best of luck for their last night together. I think the first two, they've just been margined for 3.
Lycka till att Suri på Germany, alltså the clear on and we have Isabel coming to the arena now. She has a question mark or a flag at 10:26.
Well, a big smile on Izzy's face as she comes to us through the rolling inside the finish line. A big cheer from Team Ireland. All the supporters welcoming these riders back home.
And the time for Izzy, 7:17. 7:17.
We've got CSF high spec at by the lot for A and B. There's the who's got the rail, back into our view. These are a much longer route around the wheel of the trees. And here comes the right. Switzerland to the British rail.
Alltså det är jätteinsidigt. Kolla här. Vänta, utan att sätta mig nu. Men du ser inte helt kolla, det var om man inte gör det var det är helt precis som du gjorde.
Well, next again, we introduced a little bit earlier, but it is her now, 2x4, Troya upon Monta, who is Clara Stolotta. 32.2 there, just so put them into 26 place in the individual scoring over the first, and then move on to the half and 2. And then, of course, for Sweden, that's the third team member. shoot up in competition tomorrow. He scores quite high, very good scores, all quite close to each other. So it's all probably down to those coloured poles that fall, of course, so easily. For Sweden and Glada Starlöfte. He's out by the rails, by the hedges. It's slightly new track, and my right hedge comes to the Cooper's rails. And Camille Lasse for Switzerland, for the cigar, 14, Tina.
Ja, då har jag på måste på väg in här, som har de här nedställda hästarna. Hoppas väldigt trevligt. Det är nummer 6A och 4. Kommer hon här? Här. Checkar av hästen lite grann. Jajamän, bra. Två galoppar. Detta också bra över det.
Everyone rolls up to the hedges as they move on to the Onyx fence at 7 to our right-handed side. See the next up to the original corner fence. And next to go for Denmark, individual rider, number 210, Chris Nilaus rides by Polly Rowe, 32.2 their dressage, 126 placing the individual placing. Away they go to the first, jump start. Moves on to the house at 2.
Samtidigt då fortsätter Freja på ett väldigt elegant sätt genom kvarnen och hoppar ur den här spetsen efter. Det där hindret har ju ställt till problem under åren och det är ju det här att man hoppar in i mörkret i kvarnen. Men idag har det gått bra för ryttarna. Inga problem alls med kvarnen.
Astrid feels Nilaus for Denmark out over the first 2. Disappears from our view to the table. Right at the far end of the course. Comes Camille Lasse's right, there by the Holland water. Consists of a log and 2 skinnies in the water. Clear of that, back on dry land for the FEI system set at 18, and it crossed the drive the second time. And Astrid, a little bit of history from her, Danish under-21 champion in last year. She was European also last year as a participant.
It's a good round for Camille Lasse, right, from Switzerland. She's now soon coming into the Los Angeles.
After reading the fence, Royal Juan Walter for Sweden, they move out of the arena for the first time as they move on to this rails and skinny. And here is Camille Lasse for Sweden. For Switzerland, I'll get that right on it. For Switzerland. Over the last 2 competitors have had a good round.
And the time for Camille, 7:39. 7:39.
So 2 hours on course, players on long, players on Sweden, then out past the sky, I think. And Astrid Chris Nilaus and Bartoli Rowe. Super players, doing something from the hedges now at 6 A and B. Just a left. Certainly to go to the start, Super 1.
Så har vi franska Astrid Nilaus som startar på Polly Rowe som hoppar i de här snedställda häckarna utan några som helst problem.
15 seconds to go for Julia Strazowski for Austria and Born to Fly, 34.4 their dressage. 5-second countdown. And away they go on to the first of these 21 obstacles. They were placed 6th in Watergigliano and the 2-star long this year, and the Austrian champion junior in also this year. The riders had some other results. They were placed 3rd at Castignies this year and placed in Barcelona also this year. Well, it's starting to say it's a funny match. It's a 38 kilogram rider and 180 centimeter horse. He's a gentle guy. He loves giving So just about to finish their round is Soya Bonbonza and Lada Solotta. And then they come to the arena, the final bench, and they're really coming to the ground. And going in the opposite direction for Denmark, which is and the Balcony Road.
Ja, så då får ni ändå samtidigt som här någon som säger som måste av ganska attraktivt som måste vinna in på arenan. Tiden då som säga 7 och 30. 7 och 30.
Well, just returning to the team, the first little section, Captain Rails, it's Olivia Strelowski with her gentle jump, serving kisses, support to fly. Back to the People's Rails at 5, with the down in the south. Individual rider, 15 minutes. Star from Hemorrhoid, 7.5. Born to fly, the hedges. Here and there, they're behind the lake mouth. It's 486.
Imorgon, eller sen, eller måndag.
No pressure mark the window, step up the corner. Hortense de Vries for Belgium, underway with Twinkle Star from Hemorrhoid. Goes to the first. Has a long pop stack. Well, Belgian Championships last year. The 6-year-old, they got the gold. And other successful Hortense, she was Belgian Championship Juniors in 2024. On an other horse, Slovenia, coming from Mergon in Belgium. Twinkle Star, just 7 years old. He was the second, disappeared from our view to the woods. And the table at 3. Huge jump there, just back up the road to the third score. Then they'll join us in the arena roll top. They come to the rail and 2 skinnies. Olivia Strelowski and Don Fly, they're over the rail. 14, he's at People's Rail, really, yesterday. Over that, there's the hedges and
Men det sumpar verkligen. Så det är roligt att vi är i fältkammaren. Så det hade ju kunnat varit i dressyren eller...
This is FEI Eventing with Julius Mister. First place in the individual. We've got the third in the count.
Alldeles strax står vi på banan. Svenska ryttaren LB3. Vidar här, Julius Mister.
Men ryggsäcken måste komma. Hur ska han få ryggsäcken som var eller ta bort storena. Och sen så har jag tänkt att han ska kunna användas. Men han har väl blickat in sig någonting sånt där. Så nu...
Well, a slightly tricky moment, to say the least, after the hedges. 4 for 10 Bikini. I think she's probably sponsored by Superglue because she managed to stay on board, wasted a little bit of time, and now recovered from that. They're just coming down to the window and corner. What it really was, they stuck together like a wing and a prayer, and here they are at the corner. They jumped that well, and some huge encouragement from Team Belgium. That was really lucky.
Man ser de bilderna där på
samtidigt då som en har gett ut på banan i Sverige. Och vi får fjärde placering i Nordiska Baltiska mästerskapen 2025. Och så var dessutom 5 här på Segersjö för några år. De debuterade i 2 tävlingsklass för Segersjö för ett antal år sedan.
Well, the Australian individual Olivia Slodowski, 2001, and born to fly. They've completed over the ditch is against the sea for Belgium, and Twinkle Star stands on Emma Wright. Got to be there with Superglue from now on in. Next to go will be number 248. This is Jens from the Netherlands, Notre Soleil Day. 31.2 in 17th place individually. So we give a roll top to the rails and skis. Here's Hortense, the team for Belgium, and Twinkle Star from the Hammer right. Let's just have a look at them. Over the rails. To the water. Raise. Circles. And it's going to be what looks like a longer route. We're interested to see how that's judged. They have pulled out long. Circle between the A and the B. So it'll be interesting to see whether that's text is crossing the track. So he started Jens for Netherlands and Notre Soleil Day. That's underway. Then just here from my view, they're up somewhere by the third, I think.
Som ni hörde kanske så är det lite frågetecken alltså på ekipage 204. De har fått belastning för flagga på huvudmotstånd, men det är också frågetecken på ett annat hinder på ekipaget. Vi får återkomma med det.
OS i Paris så blev ju supplerande bestraffad för 9 för att de bedömde att hästen var utanför den linjen på det.
Frågetecken på hinder nummer 13 och där får vi nu höra att...
Det är ert ansvar när ni kommer på tävling och vet reglerna.
Och där kan man säga att regeln är lite diffus. Men hade man inte varit i flaggan alls så hade det varit okej. Det går att undvika.
So here's FEI Eventing and he is step over the 12, going to the rails to skinnies. And just got a little question mark. Yeah, indeed, it is in fact a crossing of the tracks at 13. What she had to do, she jumped over the rail, went into the water, did a circuit as it crossed her tracks before going a longer loop at B and C. So that is 20 penalties.
Ja, som ni hörde min kollega berätta här då så har jag fått mina beroende på att ryttaren kostade sig mindre genom att ha en tid så att det blir ett stopp där, lite plats, plus att vi har inga problematiken flaggade.
Men försök hästen var ju lite stark.
Persévérance of Madame dans oui. 29.2 sub the 30 dress line, put them in 10th place. They're being counted down, away they go. And the team Belgian member.
Svenska Indy då, Ellie är ute i parken, han hoppar till och med nummer 15 utan innan på tredje hindrefel. Nu tar han sig an bordet och sätter därefter i parken. Ja, eller jag är på väg mot den sista delen av banan. Stoppar här rätt och står här rätt uppe på tullen i nummer 19. Komma. Stort bra att se. Publiken är lite grann i vägen. Det är härligt att ni är här, hörni. Inga problem än så länge för Ellie Edgren. Alltså vi har sista vattenhindret och nu in på väg in här sista hindret. T4-rundorna som hinder än så länge för Ellie Edgren. Alltså har ett hinder kvar till mål. Inga problem där. Härligt!
Well, it looks like Jens Jurkes for the Netherlands and not the Soleil Bay. They parted company at 10. Now, I can see both the horses right up on their feet. I don't think the horse fell, but the rider fell. And I think that was probably as a result of the stop, that they were on the takeoff side, which is the Dutch so don't take it as red at all. But they were on the takeoff side, so I think that was probably as a result of the refusal. So, anyway, they didn't eliminate from the competition.
The time for Ellie 7:30, 13 seconds over the optimum time.
René van Meijer from Belgium and Bertus Hansen from the Derg. Question mark over the flag at 4A. There are two seals of H's though, and the judge just not sure what will pass between the flags. Back down to the ground third. All these skinny fences are videoed, so we can make sure whether the big parts between the flags. Well, away goes our new starter. This is Florence Stewart for Great Britain. Rides E.G. Michelangelo. 28th dressage in 7th place. They're away. The team member for Great Britain. over the first is towards the house of two. Clear there.
Ja, vi hade alltså ett fall då på 248 egentligen på hinder nummer 10. Och hon har alltså brutit.
So just 2 hours on course for Belgium. We're going to see the 13 representing Renee from Minehead. They come to the arena roll call. We will be very shortly, just so we can go past the whistle blows. And for Great Britain are flying good. And Michelangelo is at 28 dressage. Provided the Coop as well, so we'll be very shortly to reinforce the Coop. Lovely jump at the club for Renee.
Tog alltså Renée från Belgien, huvudlaget. Som köpte använda nummer 10 i Katarina. Renée har en frågetecken med sig som nummer 4A och det är en flaggfråga och det är då nu att inte alltså visar att det var straff för att man var appellativ. Eller flagg, hon har varit appellativ.
Right, just below us and ready to go into the start box. It's the third standing team rider. This is Dudovica Diet. Score for them, sub 30 dressage at 28.7. Happening 8th place individually. After the dressage is looking fifth. Well, over the hedges, 23 on 8.7 is the British rider. Florence Stewart. The first victory in 2025 in the two-star short in October. In the top 5 for Bishop Burton in July this year, and she's fourth in the British Junior Championships in June this year. Bronze team medalist in the Pony Europeans in 24, Team Silver Pony Europeans 25, longest of the both Pony and Junior European Championship this year. So lots of experience there.
And with a cheer from the home team, Ludvika
And a little bit of information for Ludvika Dietza. She was in the CCI short four Tony Championship. In the Roma Pro Quinto, first in the two-star long, and the seventh in the two-star short. Kronberg, just 17 years old. Well, coming to the top in the arena, it's Florence Stewart for Great Britain, their team member. Jumps up well, goes out to the arena, we can have a look down to these rails and the skinnies. We've got a finisher here.
Är det så länge? Det kan vara möjligt. Jag börjar jaga, det är jagar riktigt. Det är bra
No questions with Florence Stewart and Michelangelo, who the rails and the two skinnies. No question there, what first? So was going to start. The third German team rider, Annalisa Stiller, 26.1 their dressage. Very good dressage again from Jenny, puts him in first, in second place in the individual leaderboard. German youth champion, under 18s in the juniors this year. Double clear in our first 3-star. Short, was 7th. Well, she only became an eventing rider because she loves jumping down banks with a Shetland pony who was called Monty.
Vi har engelska Soren Stewart ute på banan med sina fantastiska resultateffektiviteter som Olivsson-Passlas som är på 7:e plats där, 34.
Nu känns det som att klappa på ett vildsvin ungefär. För då är det bara strävhår. Ja, det är bara... Nej, det är bara... Det är den som är rolig. Jag har inte... Ja, vi får öppna för förra saken så det var hängt och... Så varmt det. Men det hänger inte för en vecka.
Into the arena, Jessica Weiser, Italy, on Kalu. No problem. Over comes on the 12th. We have Florence Hewitt coming to the last dance. No problem. No goals on the track. No, just on the track. And it is
Jag kan ta din händelse. Ja, men jag menar att...
FEI European Championships competing in 23 and 26. And she was first in the Kiso Dressage International in 2022. So that's why she had such a good dressage score in this competition. What else have you got here? Homebred horse, competing internationally in junior dressage and 2-star eventing. So they're away. They're up to the second now. So pop that.
Vi har ju två högintressanta ryttare ute på banan nu. Vi har Liliana Annalisa Heim från Tyskland som rider i lag. Så blir det den här på Anja och så har jag också med 6,5 avbyter längre på gruppen andra platser.
Man har 26 extra. Alltså man får... Nästan precis okej.
Lovely jump there. To the arena for the final time is Ludovica Lucia for Italy. With the H. Oh, big jump over the last. A cheer from Team Italy.
Ja, det hade någon alltså på italienska Monica Weiser som 1 second, so the optimum time.
Men det är väldigt bra.
Every second over that optimum time, 1 minute and 37 seconds optimum time, which course over the 3,820 metres. There's the epic alpine course, course of travel, has to travel 520 metres per minute. Garcia from France and rides Volgemai. 33.7 dressage score, they took 35th place. They were 5th at the 2-star long in the Pompadour, and 3rd in the France Championships in Jardy. They've just been together for just 6 months, and they're away over the first.
Fabian Westerberg till Frankrike, Martin Gauthalier, Voldemay. Resultat 33,7 kraftmeter i terrängen. Juliana Hanalisa is there until 2019. She's taking on the last water pass. She's doing a great ride for herself and for the team. Here she comes.
Well, the third German team member, safely home, as Maeve Deverell and Anna Harvey done over the 12th. We do run towards the rails and skinnies.
Well, we have a question mark on customer start and C for Juliana Hanalisa, so we will come back with results for that. Maeve Deverell, riding for Ireland, just finished post number 13. Direct and reach.
Well, the beginning of the course is Maxime Gutierrez and Steve Volgemay. For the hedges at 6A and B. Next again, another Spanish team rider. This is Jaime Perez Gomez. Rides Maldia del Moro. 32.5 their dressage. Golf football. 28th place. Well, competed in the European Championship Juniors in 2074. He was 7th place in the CCI in Portugal in the 2-star long first junior in 2026 this year, and he was 4th in Sevilla, the 2-star short last year. Spanish champion several times. Has had some good results with the young horses. Describes this horse as very small but very agile mare. She's very fast and clean over the jump. So let's hope she does that today. She certainly is over the first. And moves on to the second, the house. So the third Spanish team rider underway, Jaime Perez Gomez with the Maldia del Amor.
Maeve Deverell for Ireland on our way to the water at 17.
course. Irish rider just about to come to the penultimate fence. Across the driveway for the second time. Here they come. Just across the rails on the mound at 19, so it's now the well fence, narrow fence to the water and then the house. Here in the arena, fence 12 is Maxime Gutierrez and 3 Waldemai. Very quickly through the arena goes on to the rails and skinny. Right at the first time across. Paredes Gomez with Vida Moore for Spain.
And over the last fence, May Glamorous for Ireland and Harvey Daniel. Two right there. Time is 7:24, 7:24 when it's out of the optional time. Stays on round 26.8 after red car. That's a really good score.
Below it. 3-5-3. Start. This is individual rider for Sweden. This is Sophia Lundin with Bellamy. 7.
Ja, han är faktiskt på banan då, Sverige. Men hon är i laget. Sofia Östlund, 16 år gammal, som ska skoga i den här bollen i SK, 12 år. Efter Lillskotte Hästak, som hon tar av i Pascal. Hästen ägs av Maria Östlund och uppfödare till hästen är Malin Hagren. De här två tillsammans har firat på riksmästerskapen 2026 i år alltså. Och de är kvalade till Emil. Hon har haft hästen sedan i november. De har precis lärt känna varandra riktigt bra. Sofia Östlund och Bellamy alltså. Alldeles strax ut på banan.
Well, away goes Sophia to the first, the shaping store. Maxime Gutierrez for France with 3 Waldemai. Out by the home of the water, 17 ABNC. Usually on the second hedge for Jaime Paredes Gomez and Albia de la Moore. We've got that behind them. They've jumped the fence, they've jumped the awning fence, now they're coming through the corner, the windmill, and move on to the big parallel rails at 9.
Ja, som ni hörde då så står Brian för Paredes Gomez från Spanien, alltså på linje nummer 6B, så fick han ett stopp där.
So here Usterland and Bellamy. After over the table, goes to the logs at 4A and B, and just finishing for France, he's done Maxime Gutierrez and 3 Waldemar.
The time for Maxime, 7:05, 7:05, well inside of the optimal.
Well, that leaves us just the 2 out on course. Midway, it's Jaime Paredes Gomez for Spain and Maldia del Moor. So here Usterland with Bellamy out by the as well, who will be shortly just appear through the street in the far distance. And about to get underway for Denmark, this is Mikael Wungard Knudsen and Lulu UBS. 33.9 address, I think the 38 space in the individual placing.
Now we still have a question off with Jan Hannes Lahani on
Well, I suspect there will be a question mark on the flag. With the flag, and says that what happens is the grand juries will then look at the video evidence and decide whether it's within the flag or not. We'll take a bit of time just to clear that question mark or confirm whether there is something to be in the flag. first, Mikkel, Mungal and Munson. Oh, they're just underway. Some high jinks at the start. I suspect that will be 20 penalties. Well, they clear it now. I'm not the judge, but that could well be 20 penalties in the first. They were placed fourth in the CACI 2-star at Västerstede.
Ja, som ni såg där och lite problem för danska Mikkel Baumgart Knudsen redan på hinder nummer 1. Ett stopp inrapporterat där då på hinder nummer 1. Då har vi Sofia Öström då, över nummer 12. Vi får rapportera hindret så länge för ekipaget. Sofia har 36,2 straff med sig ut i terrängen efter dressyren. Sofia då, det är jag som är min, som har haft en avvändare så de inte kan ge till varandra ut efter kanske. De har ju lyckade rätt. Next to go for Italy, Alessandro Massimo Balzoni. Riding the horse wears Romeo.
Well, just about to start, is in fact just underway, it's 242, an individual Italian rider. This is Alessandro Massimo Bertoni, for Italy, riding Where's Romeo, 37.5 there, just off there, went over the first, so turn the right-handed now for the house. Here, you've got some good news for Germany.
Yeah, some great news for Germany. The question mark for Iliana Hanna behind you. Take it away, so no problem at all.
Hanging for those guys for straight race completed. Just about to complete Sofia Öström for Sweden. She's a rail on the mount, I think. It's just about just that. And Mikkel Baumgart Knudsen for Denmark. Lulu, they're out by the log over the ditch. So they're just coming back now.
Ja, vi har ju Sofia Öström på väg in här med det sista hindret. Inga inrapporterade hinder fel för ekipaget här upp. Vi har det sista hindret där och alldeles strax ska vi titta på mig. 709, 709, so west inside the optimum time.
I'll give you a little bit of information about Alessandro Bertoni for Italy. They had a 7th place in the Italian Championships, Junior Championships last year. They were 8th in the 2-star juniors this year in Germany. Other results of the rider, European Championships, well, Hayes in 2021, first place, and Championships Junior in 2024. So lots of success for them. They are now out of the woods to the Keating Rails at 5.
We have Mikkel Baumgart from Denmark. good style. Sorry to say, you have to choose the position number 1.
Well, Alessandro, Massimo Bertone, away through here. Good kick through 2 hedges at AMB, they come to the on-range upright at 7, before they take on the original and the corner combination. We'll run out the right-hand side on that corner. Comes about 4 or 5 strides, and jump up into the wing off. Just feeling through that set of fences. And just taking the on-range fence, a jump back, so let's have a look at them through the swing off and up the corner fence. So they are jumping into the jump. Hops up over the step up. Line themselves up at the corner, absolutely beautifully ridden there. As they now move on to the parallels. Next to go will be number 224, Zara Hedge for Great Britain. She rides Purple Rain. That's a good song, that. 29.3 there, dressage, placing 11.
Så har vi 2 ryttare ute på banan. Mikael Vanrad mot en ridande för Danmark som befinner sig i nummer 16. Och det är för parken på ett år. Nu har vi tagit bort även vattenhindret i nummer 17 som är från nummer 18. Och vi har också tagit bort Tony på banan. Ridande Svensk Romeo. They are here until fence number 10.
Det är spiteful att inte få det. Nej.
So coming up to the arena roll top at 12, Alessandro Massimo Bertone with Where's Romeo. Here they come into the arena.
Samtidigt går vi igång på dansen Stållandra Nilsson. Coming to the long. So to say you have from fence number 1. The time bottom is 7:38. 7:38.
Alessandro Massimo Bertone comes towards the rails and the skinny. Over the rails. And indeed the first skinny taking the direct route. And going to the second skinny. There's 3 on that. And we move on to the cigar.
Kanske är det. Det kanske är deras...
Det kan vara deras här...
Ja, men så, de har ju ingen bra. Hur mår du? Det är bra.
Kristdemokrat.
Alltså vad hela dagen. Alla partier.
Ireland, 89.6.
The countdown begins as our head and DHI, Purple Rain, set out on this 3,870 metre course. Optimum time, 7 minutes and 27 seconds. Well, let's get some results for Zara as she heads out to now to the second, the third at Bishop Burton in the CCI Short Junior 2-Star. She was 11th at Victon in the CCI Long Star. And Aston World's Intermediate. Also, she's been a winner of the Royal Windsor Open Dressage and had experience at the International Show Jumping as well. Comes from Dover in Great Britain. Just 17 years old. This is the Marnie for the cable at 3.
And it jumps down how many miles in really do it.
coming on the ground as he enters the last fence here in the arena. And pops that. And there's a cheer from the Italian supporters. So it just leaves the British riders are head out on course, so we'll turn the rain out by the Keeper's Rail, so we'll be shortly seeing that you've got a Well, waiting to get underway is a T52. This rider, typical rider for Switzerland, Lin Bachli, rides Passau from Kukenmoor. She won the two-star long in Warfingo, Italy last year, placing the two-star short in Marva, Germany this year. And also competed in vaulting competitions before they did eventing.
Har vi Star här från England, från Edinburgh. Sarah is coming into the middle. No problem. Really good rider.
And away goes Lin Bachli for Switzerland. Over the first.
Vi har då släppt iväg en Bachli från Schweiz på station från Kukenmoor.
Well, getting a good gallop now towards the Lotto in the ditch 10. It is Zara Head and Purple Rain. Just starting at the right hand turn. Oh, what a lovely jump over the Victory Long. Okay. Look pleased with that. So now they come and join us in the arena at fence 12. Get that on a perfect stride. And the next question mark is rails skin. Just see through that. Picking up on the cameras. Overhead shot. Just steady for the rails. Jump over that into the water. Skinny. No problems over the second, but they head on towards the cigar fence.
Malik Abodino alltså Star här från England och Purple Rain. And we have Lynn taking on the fifth fence. Now she's up. You can see her again.
Well, she's jumped the tree to ground, but we have a tree which is just very inconveniently placed, just in the sight line of that fence. So we can't see, you can only guess that they jumped it well, but they're coming now to the hedges at 6A and B and waiting to get underway. It's 2:01.7. This is Mikko Moisala for Finland, rides Kaiser A. Got a dressage score of 29.7, put them in 14th place in the individual scores. They were a winner in the two-star long at Scharndorf and a winner at the national level in Sweden. Milan has competed in the Europeans in 23 and 24. He was a French champion pony. He's in the Swedish champion juniors. Wearing the two-star long and short and two-star. Both Jewish and Finnish national teams. horse is only 7 years old. Set up to start in July.
It's really going well for Sarah Head out there. She's now at the last 4%, coming looking the no horse out there so far. Just one standstill. Sarah has a good best of score, 29.3. 11th place off the dress-off.
Well, that horse finishing with a lot of energy. I just had to take a pause a little bit last race. Just so steady now. See the welcome inside of the finishing line. So there, safely home. Lynn, Buckley, and goes out on Cookinmore by the shaving store at 11. So that's the thing with Cargo out at the log, 4 and 3.
Time was 7:02. 7:02. So really well inside his optimal time, and he stays on 29.3.
Over the roll top out 12 for Lynn Buckley and goes out on Cookinmore. We'll see them now through these rails to Skinnies. Just jump over the rails through the water. 2 strides up and they duck out at 13B.
Problem alltså för Lindbäcker som steg på hinder nummer 13B. Samtidigt då så har vi finska Mikko Moisala på väg in mot de här treställda hästarna. Nu släpper vi iväg nästa svenska ryttare ut på banan. Sista lagryttaren för Sverige. Lili Herman rider på The Partner. De har nästan 31,8 skratt ut i terrängen. Lili är 17 år gammal. Hon bor i England. Eftersom hennes mamma bor där så bor hon där också. Hon har EM-kval i Lillmyren sedan tidigare. Och de kvalade efter bara 6 månader tillsammans de här två. Som bra resultat så har hon ju deltagit i 2 ton i EM och det var 2023 och 2024. De kallar hästen för lagets morfar och det är för att hästen är så lugn i alla lägen och har en härlig personlighet.
So 3 out on course, and 1/3 run on the course is Lynn Buckley, who is Grace from Cookinmore, the BAE assistant fence across the drive for the second time. And that's to the rails on the ground. And joining us in the arena, the finish rider. He's got Moisala. No problems there. We'll move on now to the rails with the Skinnies at 13A and B. Well, over the penultimate fence goes Lynn Buckley for Switzerland, leading up to the final fence at join us here in the arena. Still full of running, so good to see these horses finishing so strongly. Well, when you go to the start, it's 2:49. It's 14 Netherlands, the 4th rider, 14 Netherlands. This is Sarah Holland, Houston, rides Waffle. Waffle in the race, Waffle 29. 32.8 rare dressage, from the 29th place in the individual scoring.
The time for Lynn is 7:53. 753 and 1 from 10 starting. Så har vi Lilly och precis hoppat mot bestämda häckarna på väg in och gör vänstersvängar nu så småningom upp mot den här kvarn.
So we understand that the 207 equal for Sailor, have actually retired. We believe that was a 24-2. They did have that refusal at 13-3, and so they decided to call it a day.
Inga problem i kvarnen och sätter därefter. Vi vill jobba lite grann på hindret innan. Jag tycker det här är kul. Det var en starkare ut i terrängen. Jobba lite grann. Slåss strong och kasta in det lite problem där.
Start at half forward and the Guapo, 29. They're away. They were the first two. This is a good review for the third, for the seventh of the European Championships in Strabo last year.
Finskarna mot Borgårdsson har alltså avbrutit hindret nummer 14. Lilly Herman rapporterar till och med hindret nummer 12 utan hon rapporterade hindret 1. På väg mot hindret 1. Det här inne på arenan. Ska han strax gå på det. Där. Här är problemet med det hindret. Man får jobba lite grann. Stark energi som ni ser.
Well, just coming back into our view, having gone to your first winning section, comes Carnival, for Netherlands with the Guapo. They come to the Cooper's Rails. So through that as they move on to the edge of the 6, 8, and 6. He's down at the start. For Belgium, their team member, this is Julie Jurek, drives Champagne, 29.5 in the half, in the top space in the scoring. Number 3 and 6. The hedges and the 14 on the region and Buffer, they are coming to this formation. Then we'll do the winner and step up the corner. And away goes the defence for Belgium and Champagne. Encouragement from the supporters from Belgium. He heads out now towards the second. Neatly through the windmill and corner for King on the Hoot for the Netherlands and Guapo. Well, we just look out in the distance and it looks as though our new starter for Belgium, Hearts Company from Champagne, Piazet going off into the woods. You can see Julie just sitting up, just being checked over. I'll get a report on that as soon as we can. She was selected for the Junior European Championship since 2023. Very unseasoned, of course, will be found. Just being checked over by the medics. Meanwhile, still out on course, it's King von Hütte and Guapo. Over the service saw they come to the arena roll call at 12. And about to finish will be Lilly Herman, for Sweden with the partner.
Unfortunately, Julie Gert had a fall at national 2. And we have a horse that is, I think it's loose somewhere. Yeah.
Lily Herman for Sweden and the partner, they complete the big cheer goes out from Team Sweden. So with her defeated, she did have, well, we had that question mark at 14, that was the guard, and then of course there was a flag, and with her completion, she's just looking in for who's the Netherlands out on course, which is the Royal. Just turning out with the cigar, it's not already through that. There they were just done with the cigar. So they now go on towards the hit by the lake at 15.
Ja, vi hade alltså Lille Herman i mål till den 7-8-3. Vi har frågetecken på nummer 14 för den flaggar där. Det är en idé. Vi återkommer med det. Men tiden 7-8-3.
So just the one out on course, Kane von Hooker and Guapo 29. Yeah, that's by the hedge, it's by the lake. Then it's onto the table through the corner. Well, just look out in the distance, I'm going to say that Champagne Flax Z, who parted company with Julie Gertz, he's been captured. So that's good news. Kane von Hooker and Guapo up by the table of the corner at 16A and B.
Ja, goda nyheter allt från Julie Gertz och Champagne. Fångar och
So here comes the fourth Netherlands team von der Hooker and Guapo 29 over the last. A big cheer from the Dutch supporters. So therefore, team member safely home.
And the time 7:27, exactly on the optimum time. That was every rider left.
Well, as we've just started this here, it's gently we didn't, because we're almost coming to the end of the two-star junior competition. We've just arrived, of course, in the cross-country phase. We've done the dressage on Thursday and Friday. We've got the last few riders to go. We're following the course, we're actually following on black numbers, black on white. Just with a slight hold on course at the moment. We'll get underway fairly smartly afterwards. This course at the present moment, over distance of 3,000 it is optimum time, just 7 minutes and 27 seconds. Due to eventing, that optimum time. If you're over that by a second, you get 24 time penalty. Well, I can see that Howard, Phil Griffin and Mark Wood getting ready to get to start. The local dressage score for this company is 27.9 and they're away. Well, they're in the Junior European 2025 individual gold. Dutch Red Horse, 15 years old. Ella, just 18 years old from Hadley.
Ja, då har vi alltså viktare på banan igen. Han är Ella Howard som rider för och laget. Och rider alltså Mark Wood som vi ser honom första hindren här ute på banan. Vi har bara 6 ekipage kvar i klassen och sedan gör vi en paus innan vi tar deltävling av banan.
So Ella and the marchers in the course, they are now distributed on view. They're going to the table and taking a turn to the log for 8 feet. These guys are doing those two team member, Ruben. Just going to do those two logs now. Well, Howard and Mark was very shortly through the trees. Here she comes to the Cooper's rails. With the start is 2, 4, 5. This is the 4th Italian team member. This is Rugby Giorani. Right, touch of Cobra. Well, they had a 3rd place in the CCI 2-star All-Star and Monte Veloci. 8th place in the 2-star short Caposlar and 11th place in the CCI 2-star Orange. Silver medal Italian champion in 2024, Junior European Championship in Sturgon in 2024, and Children's European Championships of Dressage in 2022. There's lots of experience just about to walk into the start box and take on this 3,800 centimetre course for Team Italy, 4th team member.
And we just saw Ella Howard, John 1026, the hatches, and she took 3 strides between them.
Well, away goes the 4th Italian team member. Big cheers from the Italians as they set off. Over the burst of 21 obstacles. Meanwhile, Ella Howard and Mark did very much through the original step up to the corner. They move big on the parallel rails. They're steady for that. It's quite a wide fence in front of beautifully. On towards the log over the bridge of 10.
Vi har ju också sett ut på banan alldeles nytt då, när man justerar av det som blir det för italienska laget på touch och Cobra som har klarat de 3 första hindren på banan utan problem.
Well, a lovely jump over the log of the ditch for Howard and Marchwood. We look at the shading score at 11. Well, this shading score, what we call a let-up fence, simple fence. And we move on to the arena. We'll join us in the arena here at fence 12. As we're waiting for a report on Rugby Giorali for Italy and touch of Cobra. Somewhere in the logs for AMB. And the 4th German team member, that's going away, 51, for his year forward, and DJ continues. This is the best dressage score of the Thursday and Friday, and 95.8. They are the overnight leaders in the individual competition. Well, they had a first in around 12, 2-star short, first vessel, and 2-star short. Second in opening right, and the 2-star long, Lumen in the long and the 2-star. Several wins for patients from young horses, jumping classes, they straight jumping. And 2025 turning in Le Mans. A little start division last year, but jumping off before that. Getting together with the three disciplines. We've got the dressage discipline sorted out. We've got very good score. 45. Second jumping through the hedges of 6A and B for Levante for Italy. And a touch of Cobra.
Och då släpper vi ut tjejen som leder efter dressyren. Teresa Leovold, ledande för tyska laget, hade fantastiskt fina 25,8 straff med sig efter dressyren.
Well, Teresa Leovold and DJ continues underway over the first, just coming towards the second. The Swedish house over that moves on to the table at 3. Ella Howard, Mark Hood at the latter part of the course, just taking on the Holman Water at 17, A, B and C. Cobra takes up the long over the ditch at 10 and comes back up the hill. It's us for the change short there. They're going to the arena. We're on top of 12. Ella Howard, Mark Wood, just entering into the arena for the final fence. Taking a pull, that's the fourth of the British team members, safely home.
Really good run there by Ella Howard. We're waiting for the turn. We're on fences. And the time is 7:30. 7:30. 3 seconds over the optimum time.
Well, waiting to get underway. Green colours of Ireland appear. This is 240. This is Carla Williamson by Powers. Fourth member of the Irish team. 29.5. They're both pushing to 12th place. She's had some success. 12th in the Junior European Championship in 2025. First in Bangladesh in the freestyle this year. 11th at Aston Awards in the freestyle this year. 7th at Milton in the freestyle this year. Other successes she's had England in 4th and team bronze in the Premier Europeans in 2023. Individual 8th team silver in the Premier Europeans 2 years ago. Down from the Catholic in Ireland. And she's away to the first of the 21 obstacle tiered circuit.
You saw Teresa Leovold, the organizer of the dressage, taking on the mill, no problem so far.
So Carla Williamson now disappears from view, having jumped to the house at 2. Taking on the Holman Water 17 A, B and C is Levante for Italy, and a touch of Cobra for the Italian team member. They're starting to think towards home against the D and E system fence as they cross the drive for the second and final time. You're in the arena, it's 2-3-1. Teresa Leovold for Germany is DJ Cartier. Very good dressage for the overall leader in the individual competition overnight. Just jumped across. Let's see what the 13th, the Walker Rail Skinny.
Fråga till Teresa Leovold som alltså leder efter dressyren med sina fina 25,8 på sin stora filmen här hoppades precis inne på arenan under nummer 12. Inga problem rapporterades ekipaget än så länge.
Well, it's difficult to tell, but it looks like the Italy was playing it safe. It is pretty after all, because of the longer route. It's difficult here to see. Certainly gave a direction to get that confirmed. He won't be penalised for that, but he will be still probably some time penalties, but he's just slightly longer. Black flag alternative according to the trade.
Andersson på Levante Vivaldi, Italy, 7-4-2, 7-4-2.
Well, next to go is going to be 2-2-3. This is Alison Muriel for France. S. Igual. 33.3 their dressage. Put them in 33rd place. They were fourth in the French Junior European Eventing Championships of this year. And first in the one-star CCI Vittel, or in June this year. Remember the gold medal team, the European Championships will be eventing trainers in 2025, 6 individuals, and there is a French champion in the pony eventing in 2025. Away, then the hairy jump over the first, and then move on to the half two.
And we have the last country now for the Germany, number 18. 2 seconds to go.
And Powers for Ireland, the midway, the same score at 11, I think. She just in the way, they just jumped the log over the ditch, 10.
And over the last one, Teresa Leopold. Overnight leader of the dressage. And with it's the time here. And it's a great time, 7:02, 7:02. So she keeps the lead.
Well, that's interesting because, as I said, I couldn't really see it. It did look like she took a longer route at 13B and C. So that is a practice time because she did take a longer route as well. So she's really covering the ground. But at least it's just 2 out of course. Williams from Ireland and Paris. They've just gone through the arena, rolled up over the girls and skinnies. Alexandre Muriel, France is well up by the rails. And last to go, we believe, just certain, number 214 is Ali Kondra, Marina Bella, Gonzalo Boyer. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. 37.9 dressage.
Paula Williams, well over the cigar, and number 14.
So let's just have a look at what Alessandra has done in the past, just before she gets underway. She was gold in the Spanish Championships last year, team bronze in the European Championships last year. 2 times silver medalist in the Spanish Championship with her pony Costa Salno, 45, with whom she participated in the 2024 European Pony Championship. Alessandra also has been playing horseball since she was 6. Competed in the European Championships 2 weeks ago, where the Spanish team won the silver medal. She's she's a real asset to the Spanish team, and she's our last competitor in the two-star out on course, and the last in the key figures final. So she's over the second, she disappears from arguably the last time in this two-star competition to take on the table, the first of the good exceptions. Carla Williamson and Powers out by the rails on the mound, jumped that well, so just 3 efforts left. There's 2 of each of the well fencing to the water in the house. Joyce into the final fence at 21.
Då har vi alldeles strax målgång alltså på Carla Williamson som rider för irländska laget. Hinder kvar till målgången. Inrapporterade hinder fel. Som ni har hört idag så har det inte varit speciellt svårt att klara optimaltiden. Så att vi får också hålla sig innan det återkommer till den kommer tiden. 7:02, 7:20, well inside of the optimum time.
Well, Carl Williamson safely home in time. We've got 7 minutes and 20 seconds left. 7 minutes, 7 seconds. We're up within optimum time. Big cheer is up for the Irish supporters. So just leaves us the final 2 out on course. Alison Muriel for France and Esigual AA. 33.3 there. Just have to remember there at the rails skinny. First and second skinny, so they move up to the cigar 14. Out by the Henry 6. If they're coming up to that now, this is Alejandro Molina de la Rueda. Well, quickly through the windmill and corner combination goes Alejandra Molina Rueda. They move on to the parallel rails at 9. Good jump there. It's on now to this log over the ditch. Mr. Muriel and S12 out by the Holman Water at 17A, B and C. Drive yes they do, they come past this beautiful sculpture of a horse and head. If you go and have a look at that just before the rails on the mound. Look at that, the ultimate fence. It's well skinny fence the house. Here's Alejandro Molina at fence 12.
Då har vi målgång då, och när sista ryttare ute på banan är det Muriel för Frankrike som sista rider här. Inga inrapporterade hinder för ekipaget.
Well, a big cheer from the French supporters as Alison Muriel, they complete. So it leaves us the final competitor out on course, the final Spanish team member out by the cigar at 14.
Då har vi bara sista ryttaren i den här tvåstjärniga klassen ute på banan. Alessandra Molina de la Garda från Spanien. som är ute i parken, stort bord. Och som tittar på TV-skärmen kan ju se riktigt underbar natur. Degersjö bjuder på som vanligt. Det ser ni. Har festen där utan problem.
Just getting through the home and water, 17, A, B and C. Our last competitor in the third 2-star. And the 2-1-4. Alejandro Romolina de la Perda. 7.9 dressage. After the Spanish team members. There's what the BA systems are set at 18. Jump over the rails on the bound, wasting their time. So just final three start competition. First two, the roll fence, the water, the house, 23, and then back on dry land. Comes the final fence in the arena in Serbia. And a lovely jump over the lines for our last competition in the kickstart. Big cheer goes up from Keep Pioneer. And we'll just wait for the next time.
Time is 7:04 to win inside at the optimum time. That was the last rider. And this is Lena.
Well, as I said, that's completes the kickstart of the juniors. So we'll just have a quick look at the scores as we see them. Boys, Rebecca Schauer doing, as ever, a brilliant job. In the individual competition, we'll look at the top five third places. For Germany, 2-3-1. And DJ continues to stay on that dressage score, 25.8. In second place. For Germany, Annalisa Klein, with Akabi's Manero on a score of 26.1. Third place is Ireland, Maeve Devereux, number 237, there on 26.8. In fourth place, we score 27.5. Again, for Germany, Super Wilhelm Schulich, with All Night Party, and in fifth place, for Great Britain, Annabelle Ridgway and Emerald Katie, there are on 27.9. So it's Germany, Ireland, Germany, Great Britain in the top five. In the team placings, Germany holding the top place on 84.8. Great Britain in second place on 89.6. And the second equal third place is Ireland on 89.6. Team Italy in fourth place on 92.9. France in fifth place on 98.4. So that concludes the two-star. We now move on to the three-star. A bit of a break. Kim and I are going to have a lie down in the very darkened room. Very quiet for about an hour. And then we'll come back and entertain you.
Nej, jag ska försöka komma bort och försöka läsa det.
And then we'll welcome you back to the music for the three-star.
Jag tror att ni vill fastslås, men jag kommer bort strax.